So what you are supposed to do in this case is, you have to sketch this without calculator. Correct? For each of the function, state the amplitude, period, maximum, minimum value, then sketch a graph that covers the interval shown. There's no interval shown, it's only this much. Okay, okay. So you want to do both or one?
I did the first one.
First, the second one.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, first of all, you need to look at the amplitude. What's the amplitude?
2.
Amplitude is 2. Correct? What does the negative sign indicate? That it will start from down.
Right.
Negative sign indicates that it will start this way. The sine graph will start this way.
Yeah.
What's the period?
Pi.
2 pi divided by
Pi.
pi. So period is 2.
Sorry.
So that means that one cycle will get over in 2. So this is 0, then this is 2.
Right.
This is 2 basically.
Right.
Correct? This width is 2. Then 3 by 4 is what? The horizontal shift.
Yeah. So that
Horizontal shift, how much?
3 over 4 to the left.
3 or 4 to the left. So that means the 0 which is allowing you minus 3 by 4.
Yeah.
And 2 and minus 3 by 4. Correct? So what does that mean?
Minus 3 over 4.
And this will be
5 over
5 over 4. Okay. So now your amplitude is 2. That means max is 2.
4. Yeah.
You draw a line like this so that you don't have to go beyond this.
Yeah.
Correct? Min is what?
Minus. Wait.
Minus 2.
Minus 2. Yeah.
Okay. And minus 3/4. So minus 3/4 is here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is 2 units away. This width is 2 units.
Yeah.
So that means so how much is 1? 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1.
Right.
So 2 from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's 1.
5 by 4.
Yeah.
Correct? So this point and this point are important for me. Huh?
Yeah.
And 4 is this. So this is middle.
Yeah.
Correct? Take the middle of this. Now these two come middle, you take. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. This come middle. Take the middle of this.
Mm.
Correct?
Nice. Yeah.
And then this will continue here. This will continue here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. And so on.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah. It's just weird when there's horizontal, like, like shift and then pi as well.
Yeah.
It's just
So it's a modeling question which is there. So a carton manufacturer has a large order for rectangular cartons with square bottoms that have volume 6000 centimeter cube. Find the equation of the outer surface area of the box in terms of x. Okay. So outer surface area in terms of x we want. Now this is y. This is square bottom. So this is also x. So what will the volume be? X into x times y.
Yeah.
Volume is 6000 is equal to x square y.
Y, yeah.
So y will be what? 6000 upon x square. Now what is the formula for surface area? We want the outer surface area of the box.
Yeah.
So what is the formula of surface area? 2 LB plus BH plus LH. You know this formula?
I do grab the water.
So L into B. So there are 6 surfaces that we have.
Yeah.
You have, the bottom which is there, that's your length into breadth.
Yeah.
Correct? Then you have breadth into height. And
Yeah.
this what would be length into height. There are 2 of these, one in front, one behind.
Right.
There are 2 of each surfaces basically.
Right,
There are
yeah.
totally 6 surfaces which are there.
Right.
So now you substitute. What's your length? X.
X.
Breadth is also X.
X.
Correct? Now this is length is X. Breadth is also X. So X square.
Yeah.
Plus base into height.
Base is
X
and Y.
Y.
Yeah.
Length into height.
Is
Correct?
length into height. Yeah. X, Y. Yeah.
So 2x square plus 2xy.
Yeah.
Remove x common. So x plus 2y.
Yeah.
2x. X plus 2. Now what's your y? 6,000.
Yeah.
You could have left it inside here. Okay, substitute. 2 x square plus 2x and 6,000 upon x square.
Yeah.
You could have left it so that I can cancel this off. So what will this become?
So that's 2x squared.
2 x square plus 12,000
Yeah, 12,000.
upon x.
Yeah.
Right?
And then you can cross out.
That's your cross out?
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah. You can't do anything, huh?
Yeah, you can.
At the most you can make it 2x square.
Yeah.
2x square plus 24,000 upon x.
Upon x, yeah.
At most you can do this.
Right. One.
Not anything else. Sketch the graph from part A. Choose appropriate scale. So do it on your calculator. See how is
What's
it?
calculator?
Oh, it will be with
Oh,
calculator.
right, okay.
Otherwise, how will you do this? You
Yeah,
can't sketch it without that.
That's what I was thinking.
No. It will be with calculator.
Okay. So then I just have to remember that formula.
But do it. Remember that formula. But the point is the scale is important. That scaling, if you don't do, it won't come in well.
Then,
So now, the scaling is important. Now, how do you think of the scaling? That's what I need to tell you. Because when you see the graph without the scaling, you won't know what scale to take. Your graph won't be seen.
right, and you
So you need to think that if three numbers are multiplying to give you 1,000, then the number should be in tens.
right,
Then on the x-axis, you can take your scale as x minimum as 0, x maximum as how much you can take? 50. I'm just guessing.
right,
If this doesn't fit in, you take 100, 0
Right.
to 100.
right,
I'm just guessing right
Right.
now.
Right.
You have to see the graph.
right,
Y-axis now will be in 1,000 because if you have surface area, this you have 24,000 upon some tens.
right.
So 2,400 it becomes.
Yeah,
So it's a thousands.
thousands, yeah.
So your my Y minimum will be 0,
0,
Y maximum will be, let's say, 1,000.
yeah,
Now the 1,000 doesn't fit in, you can put in 2,000.
right,
You have to do trial and error.
yeah,
But on the x-axis will increase by tens.
right,
On your y-axis will increase by thousands
right.
to fit in the graph.
Yeah.
Now when you fit in the graph, so basically what's your turning point?
What do you mean?
I mean turning minimum,
Minimum, right?
where the graph turns basically.
So that would be 8.43.
And
427.
so 8.43 and 427. So okay. So let's say this is 100, 200, 400. Okay, so 427 here. 4, 8 and 42. You followed how to sketch this?
Yeah.
And so on. So your graph would something like this.
Okay.
Something like this. It's not so sharp, it's a roundish graph.
Right.
And what you said? 8 point?
8.43, 427.
Okay.
Yeah.
So appropriate scale is what I taught you. How to do that appropriate scale.
Right.
And this goes till infinity. Correct?
Arrows mean infinity.
And then it goes on and on. But we want the minimum. Find a dimension of the carton with that volume uses the least amount of surface area. So what does the volume mean? What is the formula of volume? X squared.
X squared times y, right?
So x squared times y. And what is y?
6,000.
Find the dimensions of the carton. Okay. So your x means your length will be how much? Length will be 8.43. Correct?
8.43, right?
Centimeters. Breadth will be how much? 8.43 centimeters. The square base.
Right.
And what will the height be?
427.
Height nahi, 427 is the volume. Is the surface area.
Okay. Height would be.
Because your height will be your y value.
Right.
Y value, which is how much?
6,000. Right?
6,000 over x squared.
Over x squared, yeah.
So 6,000 over, take more significant figures, 8.43, whatever square.
Right.
Get that? How much is that? 84.4.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now sketching tangent functions. What are the key things you need to remember while sketching tangent functions? Yeah, as vertical asymptotes are there.
Yeah, and the period is pi.
Correct. Period is pi and not 2 pi. Absolutely. And also that those points are important. So
Yeah.
if you know the actual graphs, what do you call the parent graph?
Parent graph, yeah.
As we call the parent graph. The parent graph has the following features. The parent graph of tan function is like this. Vertical asymptote.
Is it pi over 2?
Pi over
Minus
2.
pi over 2.
Correct. X is equal to pi over 2 and x is equal to minus pi over 2. This is your period.
Yeah.
Period is pi.
Yes, yeah.
Correct. Your intercepts 0, 0. Your x-intercept. And there's a point over here and point over here which are important for us. So that will be what? Do you remember what are those
Is it
points?
pi over 8?
Pi over 4 and 1.
Pi over 4, yeah.
And this is minus pi over 4 and minus 1.
Right, okay. I need to remember that.
Now this is what you need to, these are the main points you need to show.
Right.
Okay. So now what's going to happen is the following. Now first of all, I'm doing part A. So first I'll do a rough work. So this is my rough work. Without using the graph. You should just do it. Now what is happening with, see, what is this minus sign doing?
It's
flipping the graph this way.
The inverse hand, yeah.
No, it is reflecting in the reflecting in the y-axis.
Y-axis, yeah.
So it means your graph is like this.
Right.
What is this 2?
Vertical stretch.
Vertical stretch. And what is this 1/3?
Horizontal stretch.
Horizontal stretch is how much?
3.
So now for this you will have to do that.
Yeah.
Correct? So horizontal stretch will affect my asymptotes.
Right.
So if I have my asymptotes this horizontal stretch will make it what?
3 pi over 2.
Correct. X is equal to 3 pi over 2.
And minus 3 pi over 2.
X is equal to minus pi by 2 and x is equal to minus 3 pi by 2.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Achha, it will affect all these 3 points also that we want. These are my 3 main points.
Right.
So minus pi by 4 minus 1, 0, 0, pi by 4, 1.
Right.
It will affect these. So what will I do?
So now that.
So vertical will affect all the. So basically you multiply all this by minus 2.
Right. And then.
So minus 2 means this is minus 2, 2.
Right.
Correct? This will become multiplied by 0 this way.
And that will be minus 2.
That's your vertical. Vertical means your y.
Right.
Your horizontal will affect your
Horizontal will affect your x values.
x value. So multiply this by 3. So minus 3 pi by 4.
Right. No. Oh,
0.
Right. Yeah. Sorry.
This one, no, I'm looking at.
Right. So I thought you were doing the asymptote. Sorry.
Asymptote is where we have done this. These are my asymptotes.
Right. Okay.
We finished the asymptotes.
Right. So you just multiplied it by 3.
Yeah, multiplied it by 3, no? Because by horizontal stretch is 3. Scale factor is 3, no? So multiply the x, each of the x by 3.
Right.
And vertical is multiply each of them by minus 2. With both reflection will also happen.
Right.
So now you have to do this.
This is how I like doing it.
Yeah. But for tan you will have to do this.
Have to do it, huh?
Tan you will have to do this.
That's
For sin and cos you can take those 5 points and you can do and then that's fine, but it will be a little longer.
Yeah.
But for tan there is no option there.
No option.
I mean if you want an accurate graph.
Sure.
So now 3 pi by 2. 3 pi by 2 is 1.5. Correct? 3 pi by 2.
Right.
And this is what? Minus 3 pi by 2. And the x, also the intercept will be in the center. Correct?
Right.
And how much is the period?
3 pi now, right?
Period will be 3 pi.
Yeah.
So this is 3 pi. So if you want to get the next asymptote, you'll do pi by 3 pi by 2
Right.
plus 3 pi.
Right.
Right? So this is pi, this is 2 pi and 3 pi. Correct here. Okay. And this is 1 pi, 2 pi and 3 pi is coming outside this. Correct?
Yeah.
Huh? The midpoints will give you the intercepts. So midpoint will give you the intercepts.
Yeah. You already have the asymptotes, so you can just directly draw them, no?
No, you have to get this point also. No, asymptotes is not enough. You have to get the intercepts also. The intercepts also positioned by 3 pi.
Right, okay.
Now you have to get this point. Minus 3 pi by 4 and 2.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I thought it was directly.
So 2 means what you do is take the midpoint of these 2 and 2.
Yeah.
You have to take the midpoint of this. You have to take the midpoint of this and 2.
Right.
You have to take the midpoint of this and minus 2. Oh, sorry, your graph is getting flipped. Yeah. Midpoint of this.
Yeah.
So that means I'm erasing this now. You followed that?
Yeah.
So you have to take the asymptotes. That can midpoint is the intercept.
Yeah,
and asymptote and intercept can for the midpoint.
Right.
And then you sketch your graph.
So it's actually long, yeah.
You will have to do this. There's no shortcut. Means your teacher will look at these points.
Yeah.
Now these two, this and this come midpoint is somewhere here and 2. And minus 2. Sorry, excuse my graph is not very good. You understood this?
Yeah.
You remember it, but there's no option now.
Yeah. There's no option. There's video, right? I'll just be
Yeah. Please go through it.
Of course.
And similarly this one.
Yeah.
We'll stop here because I've got a next thing to start online. Monday or something, if you are this, I can call you.